So it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe 4. One of the challenges living with other people is things get moved and you don't always know where they are. So right now I want to start a fire in the chimney up by the lake. And it's a little bit too moist for me to go the traditional route. I'm not trying to waste lighter fluid. And I got these little tiny starters because they're just super convenient. Like, why do you get luxury things in your car? Because you like luxury. And when it comes to a little bit of convenience in creating a fire, yeah, I'm going to take it. Okay, I know how to do it the other way. I don't have to do it the other way. Like, come on. Let's be real here. I don't know where it is. It's one of my frustrations. Well, one of them. Honestly, I think everybody is counting down the days till August. Because there's a young man that lives here and is very privileged and entitled. And he just takes out on everybody else. And if you give any sort of argument, it becomes an argument. Like any challenge or nothing like that. And it gets annoying after a while. I mean, he's somebody else's kid, and I didn't have the fun of making him, so not really worth my time. Plus, I gave him all the opportunities I could. Hell, I was going to teach him, I was going to give him a top-tier gaming computer if he just put it back together. Like, that's basically all he had to do was. And same thing with a laptop, he was going to get one. He just had to put it back together and fix it. I was going to teach him IT skills through that. But I'm not trying to knock his idea for business, but I don't think he's fully thought through the whole. He wants to do pre-rolls, but he wants to do luxury pre-rolls, which isn't a bad idea. I mean, there's definitely an emergent market for it. The cannabis market and industry is very, very new. Wow, why does it look like my cheek is fat? Thin? Gained 10 pounds. Hi. And I'm always like this. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I just, with all the laws and regulations, I don't know how it could be pulled off as more than anything but a service. Like, it has to be an on-the-spot service. At that point, it's kind of like a shoe shine thing. I mean, some people make some good money, and a few people made a few inventions based on experience. So who knows? He might come up with something insane. But it's just in the meantime, there's not a lot of acknowledgement of other people as other people. He's still in that stage of developing empathy. That's why I say looking at him is like looking at a mirror, because I was pulling the same exact shit he is at his age. And I was just as arrogant, just as overconfident, just as everything. And I saw it as validation. If I got the results I wanted, fuck it, I'll keep doing it. What he's going to discover in the next few years, if he's anything like me, is when you cut off connections, you can't get them back. And those connections can be valuable later on. It's called networking. I discovered that about, let's say, 1920. That it really, really sank in. Because at that point, I had a few connections, and I'd been on my own, for a year and a half. But I remember dropping the ball and being listed as I want to say unfaithful because, I'm autistic. We work by definition, but basically unreliable. And I totally get it. And, I think we all get to that point at some point. It's kind of like the terrible twos. Just add the 0 to it. And you've got a very similar behavior, not behavioral. But yeah, hold on. I gotta secure my coffee. Oh, that nose itching. Coffee. But I think the parallels of life are funny. Because you go from diapers to, if you live long enough, diapers. And then you got these terrible twos when a child starts developing their personality. And then you got the 20s, the terrible 20s, Like right when somebody hits 20 years old, they start feeling entitled and privileged and all that, like more so than they used to, because now they know things and they've been an adult for a year. And it's little things like that that I was the same way, and I kind of laugh at it, but I don't laugh at. I mean, I was a handful. For some folks, it was fun, it was enjoyable, and for some folks, it was just like they were something to be used to me. I didn't develop empathy, true empathy, until about 26 years old. 25, 26. Yeah. Like true, honest to God, heavy empathy where I can see through a different lens. Like when I tell you guys I'm on the spectrum and you don't know, there's a reason for it. Like if you knew how far on the spectrum I was or what goes through my head, I understand. Like, you know those guys, they're just talking like this and, oh, and this, that. I am that. I just hide it from you. And I wear these mannerisms. Like, the only reason the mask would ever slip off my face is stress. Point blank and simple. Yeah. I'm gonna cut it off now.